I think so. We gon' reap the benefits of everything I work for. My grind and hustle never gonna stop because I know so. I ain't never ever going broke because I say so. Oh, I ain't never going broke. 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 I'm done with them ramen noodle type of days. We leveled up, baby, we threw them type of way. I gotta do what I gotta do to get the change. I hustle now from here to the grave. I ain't never going broke. 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 Came from nothing, grew from nothing, help from no one. Grinded, built myself up into something. Mama worked the hardest, making sure that I had everything I needed. Lot of what I wanted. Never met my dad, but tell him thanks for nothing. Bars coming hot, fresh up out the oven. Food was piping hot, fresh up out the oven. Gotta heat the house, we'll go turn.
Hey everyone, it's Jessie back to share the end of my debt journey with you all, and I am so excited to say that I am officially 100% debt free. I can't believe it. It still sounds so weird and I just don't really know if it's true yet, but it's true. I did make my last payment. You can see here I have, where is it? There we go. $0 left on the last student loan. So that's the balance. And I made that payment on 11/2. So on the 2nd of November, I put that last chunk of $1,800 and paid it off. It was so anticlimactic. Like I was just expecting confetti to fall out from the ceiling and for, the clouds to open up and angels to start singing. But realistically, what happened was Friday morning when I woke up, I was so excited to pay it because I knew I had got paid. Usually our pay comes in at like 3 in the morning or some weird hour like that. So as soon as I woke up, I ran to my computer, I made the payment, and there was no confetti, there was no angels singing, but I was definitely happy. You guys saw a little bit of my celebration in the little video clip I opened up with. There was lots of champagne, there was lots of toasting with friends and family over the last couple of weeks. Actually, I paid it off 3 days before my birthday, so it was an amazing birthday present to myself to turn 31 debt free. I definitely didn't think it would happen this soon. I actually planned for it to be by the time I was 32 when I originally started off on this journey. So I'm a year ahead of schedule, which is amazing. So I just want to thank all of you guys. Thank you for following my journey. Thank you for supporting me, for watching the videos, for commenting, for subscribing, and just going through this journey with me. It's actually been really helpful to keep me on track, knowing that there was people that were actually getting a little bit of inspiration and some knowledge from my videos. So I just want to give a big thank you to all of you guys. Also, I wanted to recap a little bit for maybe if you did not know from my first videos, kind of everything of who I am and why I've been sharing these videos, and kind of what my little story is. So just a really quick background about me. I actually graduated LaSalle University in 2010, and I had studied criminal justice there. The cost of attendance, it's a private Catholic school, so it's actually really expensive. I wish I would have just gone to Temple, which I had got accepted to there. LaSalle was a great experience, but now that I'm a little wiser financially, I wish I would have gone with the state school, the state tuition. But anyhow, I got to LaSalle and I had to borrow about $72,000 total. So that was all of my student loans, including the Parent Plus loan, including my federal loans and my private loans. So that was actually a little less than half of what it cost to go there. I think it was like $160,000 to go there for 4 years, but I did get a lot of financial aid, scholarships, grants. I had some good grades, going in there. So I got everything that I could, and then the rest is what I had to borrow, which was about $72,000. So in 2010, when I graduated, it actually had ballooned up to $90,000 because of interest. So it's something, a lot of people don't understand when they're young, when they're 18, but some of that interest was compounding from 2006, the very first day I was a freshman and took out my first loan. My freshman year, I only needed to borrow about $7,000. That was the first semester. So it's not like I borrowed $72,000 all at once. I think a lot of people have that misconception that, these college freshmen come in and, they're like, yeah, 72,000. That's not the case. Very easy to be building up that bill and not really noticing exactly how much debt you're getting into. Not an excuse, but it's just a reality. When I graduated, I started making payments towards the loan 6 months afterwards. So in 2010, the first bill came in, and then I got another and another and another and another, and it was about $700. I think at that time a month, about $700, which eventually became $900 a month. But that's what I owed to pay back $700 a month. And I had no idea how I was going to pay that. I tried to put everything on, the minimum payments, just whatever I could to keep it as low as possible and still be current. So that's what I did. So for 6 years, from 2010 to 2016, I made my payments. They were regular. I never defaulted. I always paid. And over those 4 years of making payments between $700 and $900 a month, my total principal had gone down $4,000. That was it. 4,000, not 40, $4,000. All because of interest. I know people, adults I talk to today still don't even understand. They're like, that's crazy. But that's how it was. So I know why people feel hopeless and just feel, kind of set up. Like, why would you do that to your youth that are just starting off? We went to school to get a better life and to try to get an education and become productive members of society, and then you're kind of smacked with that reality afterwards, and it's definitely disheartening. So I was kind of lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. In 2013 is when I made my first video for YouTube, and it was for a contest. I wanted to win a 1 month student loan payment. I entered to show what a day in the life of a student loan person is like, and I did not win the contest, but it did get the attention of Consumer Reports magazine. So after about a year, I think, of that video being on YouTube, I just didn't even know how to delete it. It was just up. It was not intended for anything but the contest, but they had contacted me wanting to do a story about student loan debt in America. They're very, very thorough. They're very, very thorough there at Consumer Reports, and it took like 2 years for them to get, all the fact checking done and everything. But their article came out in 2016 with Consumer Reports, NPR Radio. It was all over the place with my face plastered. She owes $90,000 in student loans. Your life sucks. So somehow I kind of became like the face of student loan debt, which I actually was happy to take on that role. And I started making these videos more regularly then. And it really helped me to kind of find purpose in the journey and purpose in paying off this debt, because I wanted to be able to help other people in that situation. My story is not unique at all. There's, millions and millions of people that have made the same mistake and are in tons and tons of debt. So I just felt like if my story could help inspire other people to kind of keep going and to get through it, or to help other people that are not yet in debt and stop them from making those same choices and mistakes that I did, then I found that that was very meaningful to me. So I was happy to do that. So after the video came out in 2016, I got a ton of feedback. Everybody was saying, girl, you need Dave Ramsey. So somebody actually sent me the Dave Ramsey book, and I read it, The Total Money Makeover, and it just really resonated with me. It was super simple, the concepts and the methods that he teaches and promotes, but it's not anything that I've ever lived or experienced or was taught. So many people in America, your parents and teachers, the ones that would maybe be teaching you his methods, they're living in debt. They live paycheck to paycheck. They're just trying to make it. So how could they teach it if that's not their lifestyle? So it's something that's so simple, but so many people don't learn. So it was amazing for me. I just read it and was like, okay, this is what I need to do. So in 2016, I read the book. I set my goal that I wanted to be debt free, 100% debt free by November 2019. I started that journey in $110,000 debt. So just 2 years ago today, I had $110,000 debt. That was my student loans, which were at 90,000, and then I had my car and credit card. So that was like another $20,000. From there to now, I am 100% debt free. And it's not because I became a millionaire. It's not because I won the lottery. Nobody gave me the money. I just did it all myself. And it was from hard work, dedication. I got some luck with getting a promotion at my job, self education, everything helped. And I really, really, truly believe that vision boards and visualization and all of that is like the cherry on top of all of that. You need to be dedicated, focused, committed, educating yourself constantly. But on top of all of that, believing that it's going to happen and believing in yourself is super, super important. That's almost just as important as reading and educating yourself and all of that. It kind of goes hand in hand. So I want to share my first vision board that I ever made. I made this when I was kind of in a bad place. This was like 2014. I was in a toxic relationship. I was lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my career. I definitely wasn't even thinking about paying student loans because I was just trying to be able to pay rent. So I really believed in goals and everything at that time. And I thought, why not try this vision board kind of stuff? So I made it. Lots of normal stuff. I just have like I wanted to get fit. I wanted to travel, fall in love. I want a puppy. It's kind of some basic stuff. But in the very middle was a clip out of somebody's, not mine, somebody's student loan balance that was already at zero. And I just was imagining like that is going to be my account. One day my account is going to say $0. And I knew and I believed in my head, in my mind, in my soul that I was not going to be paying $900 a month for the next 25 years. That's not how my student loans were going to be paid off. I knew in my heart that I'm going to be paying them off in a much quicker timeline with bigger payments. I don't know if I'm going to win the lottery, start a great business, come into money somehow, but I just knew that it wasn't going to happen the way that the government was telling me that it's supposed to happen. And I just think that when you have that plan and you're committed and it's a positive goal, the universe wants you to reach that goal and for you to achieve those things. So as long as you are, continuing on the path and doing the work behind it, then you will be successful with it. And it's not just about cutting out, pictures and putting them on a board. Of course, you have to do the work behind it, but waking up every day and seeing that in your face, your vision board, and taking a couple of moments to just kind of think about it, visualize it, feel it inside of you, and act as if and believe as if it's already happened for you. All you have to do is get it. So I know it might sound kind of kooky to some people, but I'm just saying 2 years ago, I had $110,000 debt and now I have zero. So it worked for me and I definitely recommend it. It's super helpful in staying positive as well because there's going to be ups and downs for sure. My debt journey was not just like a straight line up. I had dips. I'm in commission only, so my income was like, and it wasn't always easy. So I can't believe I'm here today now, 100% debt free. And I just want to again thank everybody for sharing this journey with me. And I am going to continue to do videos now. The next step in my plan is to save up an emergency fund, to save up for a house. So absolutely, I'm going to continue on making these videos and continue on my Dave Ramsey plan. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you're celebrating with me that I am debt free. Comments, and also make sure to subscribe so you can see the rest of the journey and get some more advice as far as all the stuff that I'm going through. I'm going to share my ups and downs so that maybe somebody else can learn from my mistakes as always. All right, thank you guys.